Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another replay with Tdacey. Now, pretty much what I'm doing is I'm starting up a new video series, which is going to be the replay of the week. Many people have this going on YouTube, and I find that I get submitted quite a lot of replays from you guys, and obviously many of them being top quality. So I'm going to go ahead, save them up, pretty much put out maybe 1-2 videos a week, depending on how good and how many I receive. So here we go. This week's replay is a nice game in an Indien Panzer by Hensley. His name is obviously spelled backwards, as you guys can see right here. A great tier 8 game. He's in his Indien Panzer, as I just mentioned, and it's on Severogorsk standard battle. And let me just make this map a little bigger so you can see what's going to go on. He gets a lot of good shots in here, very quality play, and let's get this started. So, despite being a German tank, he is running a large repair kit and a standard repair kit. That's actually a good idea in many of these tanks that have their module placements, out the wazoo. And this thing is literally made of ammo racks, as many people can tell. Same thing with the Leopard PTA and the Leopard 1. So he is running the 9cm, as you can see right here, and that's just the maxed out, kitted out Indien Panzer right here. So he decides to go on the west flank, uses gun depression and somewhat effective turret armor to his advantage. So the Indien Panzer right here, you can see it's got a little bit of mobility uphill. I mean, he's going only 15 now, but at the start of that crest, he was going around 30. So there's a T-44 and looks to be a Pershing. Pershing is a little bit more sluggish, and they're going to be assisting him in this western push. So he's looking around here, trying to get those first spots. If anyone decides to come flying around these corners, he's going to put a shot right into them. Now, the gun dispersion on the Indien Panzer is a bit lackluster. I mean, it does get up a little bit there towards, the dispersion. So he gets a nice shot on that SU-100, and this Pershing, oh my god, is totally simping him right now as his shots has just gone out. So the Pershing burns his repair kit, and Hensley is pretty much doing the right thing here, obviously playing peekaboo with this Indien Panzer. So pretty much he's peeking out only at the correct times, obviously. Peeking and shooting this KV-1S if he decides to peek out again. He's shooting the targets that are focused on that Pershing, as the Pershing is pretty much taking the hits right now for him. So by the looks of it, they have way more there than expected. And here comes that KV-1S, and Hensley puts a shot into him, and the T-44 snapshots him down. So he is getting spotted. There's only one artillery, a lower tier artillery, nothing to really worry about. And he's trying to get this Pershing to, come back. But the Pershing, in my opinion, is okay up there because he is proxy spotting these targets. Oh, never mind, he got ammo racked. So he was proxy spotting the targets, hence the was. And now the T-44 is going to have to do the spotting along with maybe that KV-2 behind him, or in front of him. I guess there's two of them. So IS-3 is peeking out. Oh, KV-2 derps him really hard, and there's the track shot. So good shot placement by Hensley right there. And he is going to keep him perma-tracked. A little bit of a low roll there. He's only peeking out at the correct times. He saw that the IS-3 did fire, and he's on reload, and he gets a nice 248 roll to finish the IS-3 off. So his KV-1S is using the stock, I believe, 100mm, and Hensley doesn't really have to worry about that, as he's not going to really pen him with ease. So there's the shot on the KV-1S. Oh, the low roll. He's got 43 HP, and Hensley is already up to 2k damage, and they still have half of the enemy team left. So it does the right thing here. It decides to push up because they do have the numbers advantage. He still has full HP. His T-44 needs help taking the shots, and he comes out, takes the peek, shoots the T-29, and pulls back perfectly just in time to dodge the T-29. Artillery shot the T-29, gonna go ahead and finish him off, and nice shot placement there. So Hensley does a great job with the peek and shoot on this Indien Panzer. Now, especially for this sort of engagement, it's really good, you know, close medium range. However, at long range, the Indien Panzer's gun it's okay, but the dispersion gets annoying from my personal experience. So getting some great shots on this Tiger. You know, the gun depression is pretty good on this tank, as you can see showcased right here. Now the SU-100's coming out into the open, and he's not traversing in time. He shoots, Hensley sees him here, as the SU gets the hell out of there and pretty much nopes out. So Hensley's gonna hopefully play the waiting game here, wait for that SU-100. He does go unspotted, because, you know, Soviet TD camo. And he's thinking about going down. He's got to take this easily. Oh, the drift! Alright, so he does track himself, but that's completely fine, because this tank has enough gun impression to shoot these guys. Now look at this T-28 Proto, not giving any fucks, just YOLOing out in the open. And this pretty much looks to be like a win, but by the looks of the eastern flank, Hensley may have to go over there and, you know, support once these T-29s get pooped on. So doing the right thing here, going around, because the T-28 does not have a full turret, keep that in mind. So able to take a shot from the SU, not much of a problem there. However, the T-28 does snapshot him, and he's going to out-DPM him here with ease. So he decides to pull back, because like I said before, he's going to have to save some HP to help that eastern flank, because they actually just fell as that happened. So he may be able to tank a shot from the T-28 here, but if he has the quick enough speed, there we go, and reaction time, he is able to take out the T-28. However, he gets a low roll, and he's going to have to do the same thing again. So he's trying to peek out, trying to get the T-28 to bounce, and what the hell, the T-28 just runs away. So Hensley with a great peekaboo tactic there, like I said, making sure that the T-28 was not paying attention, and he takes him out. So the Arty has moved up to E1, so he's going to be able to support the base of Hensley, and this AT-7 can spot these enemies. So there's another T-29, takes him out with ease. Great reaction time there by him. Get into the dip. And pretty much this secures the kill and game on this IS-6. So gets a nice shot there on the IS-6, waited until his angled armor became flat, and takes him out. So Hensley has 6 kills, and there is a T-150 who came out of nowhere. So he's going to DPM him out, I mean I would assume, and you know, use his gun depression here, especially with this nice Indien Panzer. He is able to use that rate of fire. So M44 splashes him. And the M44, I think that shot came from obviously up north, but more towards the western side would be my assumption. Hensley's up to 4.8k damage, and that's really good. He's got 7 kills, gonna help out this AT-7, hopefully save him from the super Pershing, but that may not happen, as nope, doesn't. So once we you know, take into account that this super Pershing has the spaced armor, obviously, you're just gonna shoot him in the cupola, and ooh, already missed. So, you know, super Pershing does have gun depression, but Hensley's able to shoot him once, and the Arty finishes him off. So the super Pershing made a little bit of mistake there. Obviously he has gun depression, but he assumed that his spaced armor and stuff was going to hold him. But at a short engagement like that, Hensley would have just shot him in the turret ring and secured the kill. Little Indien Panzer top carry tank NA, very true in the hands of Hensley. So he's up to 7 kills with a little over 5k damage, and that's a really good job, especially with that flex towards middle, coming in and flanking those tanks. Super Pershing, obviously, along with that T-29 and IS-6. Couldn't quite save the AT-7, but that's not Hensley's fault at all, by any means. And now comes the hunt for the Arty. Now, keep in mind, Hensley does have 76 HP, so he's going to have to hope that this KV-2 can support him if he does die. M44 is set up in, you know, C2, D2, and Hensley gets the missed snapshot, and he's going to out-DPM him, obviously, before this guy can turn around. Gets one shot into him, uses the rock as a great line of defense right there, and M44 misses. You know, great job by Hensley here using that rock for cover. Really good type of gameplay there. Oh, they both missed, but that's a good job luring the fire, and here we go. He gets the kill. So great job by Hensley. You know, obviously a really good replay, great carry. Gets the Riley Walters medal with the 8 kills by securing that M44 kill. You know, I explained as much as I can. The peek and shoot on this tank at medium close range with its DPM is just killer. It becomes almost like a T44 type, you know, deal there. The 9cm cannon is alright. Its gun dispersion and shooting on the move is a bit lackluster, but it gets the job done, as showcased in this replay. So obviously a great carry by Hensley. Not much to say other than this. I'll have the replay of the week hopefully up, you know, as I said, every week. May add a few in between, you know, tweeners depending on how many replays I get submitted. Really encourage you guys to, you know, send in replays, send me links while in game. You know, don't be afraid to open up a chat channel, add me to your friends list. Also find me on Reddit, the Reddit homepage, World of Tanks subreddit. Submit stuff there. You can also submit it through YouTube. Comment, rate, and subscribe. And I'll have the after battle reports next. Big ups to Hensley here with this replay, and hope you guys like this. Happy tanking.